Watch, listen, consume. All the best Blade edits to watch, all the best Blade podcasts to listen to. You might want to give your eyes a rest. You're watching videos on a screen this close and they're stinging. Close your eyes, just listening to people talking about blading. Sick. And there's loads, there's actually loads. Proper good mix of people as well. And there's consume, all the best gear to buy. There's even some jeans. Wow, rare, very rare. Right, there is a lot, like a ton. So let's smash through this.
Have a goosey gander at this lot.
Whoa, steady on Rob G. Nearly took out Cameron Talbot there and you gave poor Biz a heart attack. Martin Danning is out in the streets kicking ass and taking names. Throwing fakey 720s, smashing up this, hurtling at that, front sav on this, front sav on that. He's just going for it. He's done this thing with Holzweiler. They've got a new thing going on called Hanger by Holzweiler. Seems to be a t-shirt with a coat hanger on it. I like to think they've come to him for his model looks and he's gone, I'm only doing it if I can put my blading in the edit. And they've gone, whatever you want, Martin, you're sick. Tall Boys posted up Mark Wojda's section from Always Next Time. Mark Wojda's off his nut. He's so good. Razor's posted up a new promo for their All-Star Cult. Now, when the picture of the skate was posted, it caused a little bit of a stir. People got right up in their feelings about a tiny bit of paint on the toe of a skate. But let's ignore all that. I'll speak about that more in my video reaction. Let's focus on the edit. Their edit is awesome. The all-star team is Cody Refner, Ray Cronenberg, Andrea Severio, Jordan Williams. They make the skate look soundos. Soichiro Kanashima, No Short 2, 2020. Another collection of clips. Man, I'm still chuffed that he won like 90k at that comp. What a result, man. I love it when rollerbladers win loads of money. Parallel Collective are always dropping good edits. Here's another one. Wanda B-side. MUZZLE have posted up another little edit. Seems like they're doing this on a regular basis. Really like the style and approach they're taking to these edits. That first clip from Scott Blackmore where he turns on the water, like scrapes the toes and then drops in this little hump thing. Wicked, man. Too Easy took it back to 2018 and posted up Audeamus, which I believe means let us dare. So it's an edit of Maurius Gaile. It's everything you'd expect from Maurius Gaile. Totally sick. Shintaro Nakayahman posted up Chilline. It's got such a nice warm feeling to this edit. It's really cool the way they show the trick and then the picture that resulted from that trick. Really like that idea.
Listen, let's check out these podcasts.
Bankcast from Bank. Leon is sat down with Carter LeBlanc for 3 hours and 33 minutes of chatting, man. Sick. Really good, interesting stuff. Just get comfy. Crack that on and listen away, man. It's sick. It's awesome. Talking about how Carter started in rollerblading, the early years, his affinity to standard definition cameras, all of the Chance of Rain series, which is the title, if you're from the UK, British, or anywhere where it rains, you definitely have some sort of affinity for that title. It feels like the Chance of Rain in the UK is always very strong. Obviously they're really sick films, like some unbelievable skaters involved in that. They also touch on, which I really liked, interactions with like security guards and how that might have changed over time as you're maturing, and then comparing that to like somebody who's just a passerby. So security guards obviously got a job to do and you can respect that. So there's some sort of level of understanding there. But then compare that to like a passerby who's just sticking their nose in and wanting to have an argument with somebody. Wants to have a Barney like just go, oh, what are you doing? With no kind of normally quite an unformulated argument. But you know, I guess we are out there smashing things up sometimes. So it's to be expected. Anyway, get involved in that one. Super interesting. The Wax Toaster, Junkyu Park, Kevin Lee and Seth Chandler Now you might not recognise the name Seth Chandler. He is a blader and he's also an interpreter. Obviously JK Kevin Lee. I'm hoping you know those guys. If you don't, get onto this podcast and learn more about them. So interesting. JK is a bit of a mysterious character as well. I feel like there's not a lot known about him apart from just the fact he's absolutely sick at skating. Man, Kevin Lee also like underrated as, or not praised enough as like a key proponent in Korean rollerblading. The guy does loads. He's got a shop, he's got his own little skate park, he's got connections with like Gaile, Jon and them, because he's always like wanted to be part of that team, part of that movement, which is really cool. He's also got big dreams, big ideas for a Woodward out in Korea, and he's already making the right moves, speaking to the right people to get that in place. So mate, that might be on the horizon. Sick. What a cool guy. Just absolutely loves rollerblading. He's going out there and getting it done. Sick eyes. Shout out to him. And then there's JK, just like this mysterious character who is just unreal at skating. Like, to see that last clip he posted recently of him doing the fakie wally topsail and the wally down, like unreal. It's so good. Talk about how he got started in rollerblading, you know, just hanging out where skaters would be and stuff like that, slowly getting integrated in, and then him kind of choosing his own path. Had a few sponsors here and there, but ultimately he just wants to skate for himself and do his own thing. He had to do a little bit of military service, as is the way in some countries, you know. Growing up before a certain age, you've got to put your time in with the military. So he got that out of the way. Kevin managed to get out of that with the ACL. Nice one, mate, good thinking. Clever idea. And it's just, oh man, it's a super interesting one. JK talks a lot about how, you know, he had all the traditional tricks down, like could smash out all those, and then kind of got a bit bored of that, so started looking towards like mushroom baiting, became more interested in that, and now he's come back round to more like the more simplistic, super traditional tricks, but just doing them really, really well and super clean. And man, it is effective. What a sick skater. Really like that he's out there doing it for himself. Really appreciate Kev is going in there, getting it done for Korea. Shout out to the Wax Toaster guys as well. Not an easy thing doing podcasts over like digital, over Zoom, over Skype. Add another layer of complexity to it, having to get a translator involved. Really glad I did it though, because everybody involved in this is super interesting. Platform, wheel scene, Jon Lee. Again, man, another super interesting one. This one was really exciting as well. I know Jon posted up that he was maybe slightly hesitant, or like maybe was pessimistic about how interesting he would be or how interesting people would find it. Complete opposite, man. This one's a rager. It's wild. So good. He's got tons of stories, some of which I don't think he's able to share on there. The ones he does share are absolutely hilarious and brilliant. Great insight into rollerblading life and the things he's witnessed. Also, he talks about, and he has some really good opinions, whether you agree with them or not. It's great to have somebody who has an opinion and was like, it's not just like he's wildly saying something. He's formulated an idea behind that and justifies his opinion, which is really sick. Anyway, I digress. He talks about, you know, how videographers, photographers should be treated, his ideas on that, his ideas on sponsorship, on what rollerblades should be doing, the idea of like reducing teams, focusing heavily on those, having those people up on the pedestal as like, they're the greatest. And that's what you need, that's the level you need to be at to get to a pro. So there's some real like high standards to aim for. Honestly, this one is a banger. A fourth podcast to listen to. Man, so much good stuff. This time, the Jump Shoot podcast and Shannon Rodgers, Shannon OG Rodgers, been in the game for over 2 decades. Really interesting person, really interesting story. Starting off more involved with skateboarding, and then just the most ridiculous transition into rollerblading, going to an event and like basically meeting all the top rollerbladers at the time and being like, oh, actually, I think rollerblading might be the one for me. Totally sick. Really cool bits about how things would have changed if she had Instagram when she was 16, how it would have been for the gram or it didn't happen. Check out that podcast.
Consume. Clobber to buy.
Mushroom Bladed posted up a whole heap of new t-shirts. I think there's 6 in all. That's got you covered Monday to Saturday, and Sunday, well, you just go shirtless. Do what you want on a Sunday. There is some really great designs in there, all very aligned with the mushroom blading type of skating. Interesting designs, creative, out there. I really enjoy those. Make sure you go and check them out. All designed by Todd. Follow the link on their bio. Hayden Ball unfortunately lost his job June last year. That has given him more time to focus on other things, spend some quality time with his lady, with his dog, do a bit more surfing and skating, and also work on projects. The results of that project being dusty denim jeans. These things look sick. It's great to have a trouser out there that you can buy that supports a rollerblader and is aimed at the rollerblading market. I think you've got MUZZLE slacks. They're really good, got a pair of them. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anybody else. I know back in the day there used to be loads. Everybody was involved in it. Sene, I had a pair of Anglo trousers that were about 4 sizes too big for me. Proper flapping in the wind every time I dropped in. So it's really good that somebody else has picked up the mantle and got involved, serving a need. Because we can't all go around wearing Dickies. They haven't got a rollerblading team, so where's that money going? Not in anybody's pockets you want it to go in. So let's keep the money in the rollerblading. They look sick. There's a couple of options washes wise. It's like a darker black version, then using more traditional original denim version. He's road tested them. Get on over to his Instagram, follow the links to Dusty Denim. Moonshine have dropped the highly requested neon pink anti-rocker. 46mm, it can accept a bearing, totally sick. They've done a really cool little edit with Gaile as well to promote it. You've asked for it, you've got it. Neon pink. So the other week we spoke about 50/50, the prime frame, and the core system 2 being open source, so you can design your own. The most notable person doing that at the moment is probably Justin Thursday. He's got he's got more than a few. He's got a lot of really great ideas and designs. Somebody else also worthy of note is Vienna Street Ninjas. So they've already designed up a anti-wheel bite groove frame, and it looks mad. Anything to avoid wheel bite sounds great. Anything to avoid that jerky motion. Oh, horrible, makes me feel sick thinking about it. They look really sick. Keep an eye out on them. Also, just to note that as of yesterday, you could pre-order the 50/50 prime frame. Winner, chips and curry sauce for dinner. Win have posted up Julian Barr's new pro model wheel. Looks a bit spooky. Well, that's a fair amount of stuff, I'd say. Loads of podcasts, loads of edits, few bits you can buy. Treat yourself. You could spend the whole day just listening to podcasts. That's mad, isn't it? There is so much blading stuff going on. Get involved. Let's do the same next week, shall we? Spotty dog.